So what's good, homies? It's your man, Dr. BOA. You know, a lot of times men find themselves in situations where they allow things to take place in their relationships with women that they know are not in their best interest. And and your emotional attachment to a woman will cause you to let those things go and act like those things aren't important. But here's what happens. Sometimes you end up finding out that what you knew was true is true. And it's one thing to think it in your mind, and it's something totally different to actually see it right before your eyes. Now, somebody sent me a video on IG where this podcaster, man, he's out on his turf and he's asking this couple about how long they've been together, and he asked the guy how does he feel about his girl having male best friend. Now, we talk about male friends all the time, but this is the male best friend. And I tell you, man, all the time that a male best friend is just an option for your woman when things go bad between the two of you. He asked this guy the question, and she's so bold that she says, I'll call him right now because he's gay. You don't have to worry about him. What happened after this call is going to blow your wig back. But what happened after the guy found out about this is even worse. And it goes to show what I tell you men all the time, becoming emotionally attached to a woman is the weakest state a man could be in. Let's take a deep dive on this one. But first, let's elevate to a higher plane. Prepare for takeoff. Now, what I want you men to understand is this. These are the type of things that you let go all of the time. And you got to understand that if your woman has a male best friend, this is what that scenario is based on. She has either been with him before, wants to be with him, or they flirt in a way where they almost cross the line all the time. And I'm telling you now, if they haven't crossed that line, homie, at some point, they will. But let's take a listen to this video, man. We'll come back and chop it up on a real tip. As a matter of fact, let's chop it up during this video.
So y'all guys a couple?
Yeah. 6 years this weekend.
Okay, for sure. Respect, man. Hey, y'all must be in love. So look, the $1 million question of today is, do you support your girl having a guy best friend?
Hell no. No, we was just talking about this last week, too, because she has a guy best friend.
Okay.
And I don't mess with
He's literally gay.
No, he's looking for his...
Now, I want y'all to understand what we just heard. This guy admits that she has a male best friend, and he's already been with her 6 years. He's caught up. He's emotionally caught up. Now, this is my first time watching this. I'm watching it with y'all, man. So I'm hearing and seeing it for the first time. This is what you got to understand. This guy is already caught up. He has justified her having a male best friend so long that to him, it's a big deal, but not a big enough deal for him to leave her alone. And you notice that she said he's gay. Let's keep this going.
Oh, he's looking for his opportunity. You don't see that. That's how guys... Bro, you know how guys
I know how guys are.
No,
I respect that.
If I call him right now, you could hear that he's gay.
Okay, so he's like, okay, don't call him.
Low
How about
key,
this?
right?
You don't trust
What's
him,
low-
she don't call him.
What's low-key gay? Well, what does that mean? That means that it's kind of the same thing as being bi. That means that he likes girls and boys. It has nothing to do with, anything that warrants her off limits to him. That doesn't make her off limits. That means that he doesn't want her enough to be in a relationship with her, which she probably wanted in the beginning. But when she decided that she couldn't be with the man she wanted to be with, then she settled for the man that she could be with, but she still deep down desires the man that she wants to be with. Now, peep game.
Right now, just be like he cheated on you.
Okay.
Bro, no, don't trust it.
Bro,
I don't
what?
trust him.
I don't know.
Babe,
No,
you don't trust.
No, I don't know. I don't trust me. That doesn't make sense.
Now, you notice she says, nah, but you should trust me. If you don't trust the dude, you can't trust the broad because the dude and the broad got to be on the same accord for anything to happen. So it's impossible for you to not trust her. He just wanted to put the blame on the dude. I don't trust him. No, you don't trust her with him. And what she said, well, it's not about him. You should trust me. No, really. Listen to this call.
Watch.
I'll believe you.
cheated on me.
See, I knew he wouldn't. It's cool. Don't even worry about it. Wait, yo, let me come pull up on you and hit it like we used to get your mind off.
Hit it like we used to.
Why would she even make this call to this guy, knowing that it was a possibility that he was going to say this thing? Man, let me tell you something. A woman will take her lie all the way to the grave. You got to dig her up and get her to admit that lie, man. She will take it all the way until the facts come out and prove to you that she's been lying to you. She called this man boldly. Look how well she played the crying role. Look how well she turned on that crying. Look how well she turned on that distress. I want you men to understand that no matter who your woman is, she's a better actress than you'll ever be actor. You can't top a woman when it comes to being something she's not, when it comes to portraying something that's not true, when it comes to giving you an image that's not a full representation of the facts. Did you see how well she did that? Didn't she do it with relative ease? And the guy says, where you at? I'm going to pull up on you so I can tighten it up or loosen it up like I used to. Now I want you to look at the distraught look on this guy's face, man. I want you to listen to what he's about to say. And that will let you see how fast the onset of this pain was. Even though he knew he didn't have to face it, now he has to face it.
Bro, I knew, bro. See, that's why we shouldn't have done this, bro. I knew it.
That's why he didn't want to do that, because he didn't want the truth. And that's where we're going to end this. Because when a man is faced with a situation like this, he doesn't want the truth because he already knew the truth. And he knows deep down inside he should have left the situation before the truth got revealed to him like this. But once the truth gets revealed to him, he has to not just look at that situation. He has to go back over all of those years where she was hanging out with this guy. All of those times where she was relying on this dude. Now, here's one part that's missing from this that everybody's overlooking. Obviously, she's been discussing her relationship with this dude. Because you hear the guy said, I told you I knew he wasn't nothing. His first inclination was, don't you let me come on over there and tie you up like I used to. Now, I promise you, he ain't talking about 6 years ago before they met. That I tell you men all the time, it takes 5 years for a woman to prove herself. 5 years. Now, if he hadn't let her get in this position of comfort, she would have proven this over 5 years. But even in a position of comfort, when you put a woman in a position, it still takes 5 or 6 years for the truth to come out. You know what I'm saying? So this has been 6 years, and the truth finally comes out in a way that the man can't deny it anymore. I want you men to understand, man, I don't make this stuff up and say these things to try to throw salt on women or try to make women look bad or anything. I say these things because as men, you got to understand what you're dealing with when you're dealing with a woman, man. You got to understand that. Look at the amount of confidence she displayed when she suggested that she called. She suggested that she call him. No one else did. She said, I'll call him. Because let me tell you the fantasy world that a woman lives in. She believes that she has a telepathic connection or something to the people in her life where she believes that whatever she's thinking is going to automatically translate to that person or transition to that person's brain, and they're going to respond the way she wants them to respond. She said that, and then the guy responded with, why don't you let me come tighten it up like I used to? Man, when you look at her, she didn't quiver, she didn't shake, she didn't shiver, she didn't do anything. It's almost like she had a load on that she wanted to come off, brothers. And let me tell you the sad thing about it. Is this guy still isn't going to leave her. He still isn't going to leave her. Let me tell you, men, the most egregious thing you could ever do to yourself is try to let the same woman who put you in an emotionally distraught situation help you heal from it. It's like taking rehab with the man who shot you. It's like going to do free work for the job that fired you. You got to understand that no matter what you think, or what you've been told or what you heard or read or anything, the majority of modern women are not suitable to be wives, mates, any of those things. And in this situation, you see, not even girlfriends. They all need interaction with multiple men. They all need options for the multiple interactions that they need to have with men. She will never allow you to be the only one to fulfill all of those things. Why? Because you can't, just like she can't. Monogamy is something that people sell in order to assure that they can keep track of you, that they know where your loyalties lie. But when it really boils down, women are not going to be monogamous in a society that allows them to run free. There has to be a patriarchal society in place for women to be absolutely monogamous. So why would you wife up a woman and put her in a monogamous relationship position when she's not going to be monogamous? That's why I tell you men don't deal with women with children, not because of the child, because there's another man in that woman's life that she can rely on and depend on. Even if he don't come through, there's another man she wants to rely on and depend on. Because deep down inside, in a perfect world, she wants that child's father to be active in that child's life. But she'll take a stepdad if she can't get the real dad. See, let me tell you men something. This fantasy world that you think you live in, where women are wonderful and great and everything they say you can believe it and you can trust them to be whatever your expectation is, it doesn't exist now and it never did. If your woman has a male best friend, they have been intimate, may still be being intimate now, and have the type of connection where she's relying on him and using him as a secondary boyfriend. And you can never deal with a woman like that from a position of power because she always has that option who's been there before you. And God forbid if you're a guy who has let your woman develop that type of relationship with a man since you met her, how's she gonna develop a best friend relationship with a dude that she met after she met you? That's not a best friend. That's a man who enjoys being with her in the way he's with her, but doesn't want to be with her in the way you are. Y'all comment down below and let me know what you think about this topic, man. I look forward to hearing what you men have to say. I'm out.
Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Simps claiming that they pimps, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Suckers claiming to be players, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Tricks acting like they max, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Betas claiming to be alpha.